What up, everybody out there in podcast land? Thank you for tuning in yet again to another episode of Ken and Ross Present. The Yeah, I Said It podcast. We're expressing with our full capabilities to them might want us in correctional facilities. Brainchild of my child. I am the dad half of this operation coming to you live and in public, if you will. As always, I am rocking with the best. My co-host, please introduce yourself to the folks.
Jeez. Yeah, we good, everybody. Having a good day, month. Yeah, I was checking all that good stuff. Watching all the other platforms, police, friends, family, pets, enemies, bugs on the wall, aliens outside, mailman, garbage man, all that good stuff. And if you're watching on the tube, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Because if you don't, your dog, your cat gonna bite you.
Okay, the cat bite might be vicious too.
It's not.
Rocking the if the play bites, no.
No, I
The
got real bit. It's nowhere near a dog, my guy.
what cat really bit you?
I don't know. I kind of own a cat.
So that don't count because the cat you
No, I
own.
know that. See, because I have a cat, I know the difference between a love bite and a real I'm upset bite. I
But they
got the
still
upset bite with claws digged in and like puncture marks. That's
but
not a love bite.
ultimately they still know it's you, so they're not really trying to hurt
That's a
you.
real bite. You drew. That's. I know a love bite. It just feels like a little nibble. It's not nothing real serious. He locked in, claws in. That's a real bite. He was pissed. I was pissed.
I can't picture that happening, but okay.
Happened one time. I think that was when I was younger doing stupid stuff, so it was kind of deserved. I deserved it. But hey, we learned. That's my dog. No pun intended. Well, not my dog, but yeah, that's my cat. It don't sound right saying that's my cat.
Rocking the cocaine white Yankee fitted because what in the entire hell between the Yankees sucking ass right now, the Mets have a better record than the Yankees. That's inexcusable. And then, the Mango Menace in Washington, as we all know, is from the world's greatest city. Like to deny all ownership of this goofball, but it is a constant WTF. But I'm gonna start a little further south of the world's greatest city, down here in Texas. We talked about this right before we got started. Like, I'm not saying, I'm just saying. The Wheels here, Governor Abbott. Stranger than fiction, dog. Like, so this cat is gonna say if God wasn't illegal, we deport him too. It's just certain things you hope you no, you weren't that stupid to say, or no, no. And sadly, there was a flood in Texas, out by the San Angelo area, and quite a few. I think the death toll has now reached 100,
In peace.
and it is tragic. It was a Christian camp. I think it was a Christian camp, but either way, I don't know if it was a Christian camp now, but I know it was a camp where I think 30 young girls got completely swept away. Not saying there's a correlation. I'm just saying it's an interesting little coinky dink that you talk about how God was illegal. You deport him too. There is so much wrong with that statement, right? Right, just right off top. So one, the alluding to God being a guy. Let's start there. Then two, the notion that any person, let alone God, but a person can be illegal on any land is wild AF. That is just wild to begin with. But white guys, that's what y'all do. That's what y'all do. I, I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Yes, yes.
You know, I just, gosh,
Well, just know if you try to deport a guy, he gonna deport you too. It ain't gonna be to a great place. Might be a little hot, a little toasty.
What
Well,
else?
more toasty than Texas, actually, which is
You're
crazy.
gonna make Texas feel like Alaska. Oh,
Yep.
because if we gonna go down that belief road, we gonna go down the biblical road.
Yeah,
Oh boy, oh boy.
it'll be a little toasty. So yeah, like I said, I definitely believe Jesus comes back. The second coming comes back, and he looks exactly how the Bible describes him to look, not how you draw him to look. Y'all gonna deport him too.
Facts.
Yeah, for sure gonna deport him.
That is a Key and Peele or not, because I don't think SNL would touch it. I would say that is a Key and Peele skit waiting to happen.
He's getting deported, bro. I
Who
like
are you? I'm Jesus. Yeah, hey Zeus, who, buddy? Where you from? No, you don't recognize me? Hello. Little dark to be Jesus, don't you think?
meanwhile, he's standing on water, just
Skin,
standing there.
skin, skin of brass, hair of wool.
Yeah.
Hello,
But
it's me.
I guarantee if he looked the exact same way he looked that was described in the Bible, that y'all preach and still get the picture wrong, which is crazy. But
Right.
yeah, he came back exactly like that.
Yeah.
That would for
Prove it.
sure try to, yeah, you wouldn't believe, you would definitely for sure try to just deport
Prove it. Yo, somebody give me a fish real quick.
him.
Now it's 15 fish. That's just a magic trick, buddy. Who got a bottle of water? There you go. Wine, homie. That's food coloring. Yeah, you know what? Cool, cool, cool. Like you're right. Everything Jesus would do. They,
But what Jesus do? He can't do
they'd have
that.
an answer for. They'd have an answer for.
They really would. Ah, that's all right. Because when he comes back, you know what comes right after. So hey, good luck, brother.
That's what I said. Like, yo, this is a King and Peele skit waiting to happen.
Imagine you might have been on track to get to where you wanted to get to. He arrives and you don't believe it. And right after he comes, you already know what's supposed to come right after he comes. Your ass don't get to where he's supposed to get to, and then you just looking like, damn, why
All right, what is going to get you to believe? Yo, check this out. Take me to the pool real quick.
man,
I'm moonwalking on the pool. Nah, that's AI. That's optical illusion.
the AI was right in front of you.
Right, exactly. They goofy enough. They goofy enough.
Oh, they for sure are. Like, I'm sorry.
They goofy enough.
You start walking on water and turn the stuff, you got it. All father. They think I'm like,
I promise you right though. I promise you they'll have an excuse.
oh,
Like,
they
oh,
would.
you Jesus? No, no, no. Yeah, Jesus, we're taking you back to Haiti.
Jesus wasn't dark skinned. What? You're not white. Why'd you come back as
Right,
a dark skinned man? Did you not read? Did they get the translations wrong back then?
right. That's just it. You're right though. Sadly enough, but you talking that tough Tony talk. How God wasn't leaving you to deport him too,
That's crazy.
and God was like, oh, word,
That's crazy.
okay.
God doesn't even have a
Because
phone.
if you're gonna play in that sandbox, you got to play in that sandbox all the way, right? So if God is listening, and you, Mr. Big, you tell that tough Tony talk, Mr. Big Balls, I deport God. Bet, bet. Okay, we gonna see. Um,
Better watch himself. Final destination come after his ass. But yeah.
mhm. And all as always, we the official star of the show. We start with, of course, the Mango Menace, your president and mine. So somehow there is no Epstein file. None. I, I don't know real quick, which one is more shocking to you? The fact that there's no Epstein file or Diddy getting off? I don't know which one is more
You said did Oasis
unexpected.
no what? What was that last one?
I said the fact that there's no Epstein file or Diddy getting off. I don't know which one is more
Oh,
WTF.
well, you can make a case that it could be linked, but hey,
Oh. Can't think about that.
Uh,
No.
um, both. Well, remember what both of them were accused of and all that. Both powerful men that had to deal with that same sex trafficking stuff like that, abuse of power, all that, blackmail and all that. It's similar, not exactly the same, but similar. And they all running the elites running all the same fields and all that, including our president. But yeah, uh, all right. See, this doesn't surprise me, man. I didn't think they was gonna flat out just deny nothing happened. I didn't think they would be that stupid enough, or that will be that stupid to accept it. Actually, I lied. I take that last part back. I think we are that stupid to accept that, but I didn't think they was actually gonna pull it, and they did. It's like, all right, so there was no Epstein file. No, what did he get locked up for? What did the girl Maxwell, whatever her name is, get locked
Maxwell
up for?
Ghislaine or just yeah, I know what you're talking
What
about.
did she get locked up for? I know she's sitting there like, what am I in here for? The guy just denied everything happened. Nothing happened,
Like wiped it
and he
clean.
just offed himself in a
Because
place that he's almost impossible to off yourself
none of the cameras worked, and the one camera that did work was not pointing anywhere
at the
of value.
door, at his door, some random door, not even
Right,
his.
right.
Like, at this point, the American people. I'm not
Yo,
calling you stupid. They are. Like I don't know how much more obvious they can make it to make it seem or make you believe that they think that you're stupid.
Penguins in Madagascar, you
They
didn't see
they really
80.
tried to hit the Men in Black pin joint. Just
Neuralizer.
like, huh? Like y'all weren't a few months ago talking that big stuff. Oh, we got the XP file. It's right here. This big ass binder.
Right. Oh, it
What
was
is a
just,
color book? Like what was that? What happened to the binder? Who the fuck still use binders? This is how I know that's not right. Something was fishy. I haven't used a binder since I was in school. Oh damn. Over 2 decades ago. So yeah. Like nah,
oh God.
it's never coming out because I'm sorry, you know, the agents, MAGA crowd. Your Lord and Savior is probably most likely a part of that. He was on the flight logs. The thing that did get leaked, he was on those flight logs. You can't escape your way out of that.
No.
You don't care how many
Or
accents you got. But yeah,
I mean, you kind of sort of can eventually. I'm just,
you can.
I've said this many times. I'm really disappointed in white people in this country. Really disappointed. And we're finding out in real time a lot of the BS they said it was about, it's not. It's not about freedom and justice for all. No, it's about white power, particularly white male power.
You knew that.
It's about the ability to do whatever you want with impunity. Where's all the Constitution people now? Oh, the Constitution, the founding fathers, the Constitution, the founding fathers. Where's all the cries and complaints?
There
Because
is
he's
none.
pretty much giving all of that the finger.
Yeah. They don't care. Hey, he's a tough president. He's doing what needs to be done. We'll go through some hard days to get better ones in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Like the mental gymnastics that these people use, and I see it, amount of excuses I see.
Bruh.
Even I'll give some credit. There is some that was in that mad crowd. I was like, all right, okay, this was not what like we supposed to Epstein. You breaking the concept, like you doing too like it's damn near a civil war over Mag, and I'm loving it. But yeah,
Uh,
it's
So I learned. So Hydra is to Shield as MAGA is to Republicans. Think about that for a second. Same way Shield was Shield, but they had that entire Hydra cell buried deep within. We're seeing in real time. Hey, Republicans are Republicans, but MAGA is its own little entity within the Republicans, apparently.
yeah.
And it's wild watching them cannibalize each other. Like
I,
every day, I'm seeing like Joe Rogan has jumped off the ship.
I enjoy
Just
it.
like Tucker Carlson jumped off the ship was shocking enough. But Tucker Carlson, Joe Rogan, MJT, like it's been a few. hardcore MAGA heads like, nah, I ain't with the nonsense. I'm like, wow.
Keep it up.
What's next? Somebody gonna show, Joe Rogan gonna show up with a BLM flag? Like what?
Let's not get too easy now. Got too much dip in your chit now. But nah, it's just wow, they really think y'all stupid, bro. Man, there's nothing.
Hit it.
I don't know what other word to say. I mean, I want to say I can't say the other word I think they think you are, but they
Hmm.
really think you're stupid.
They're, they're,
Like a
they
special
they
type of
they
stupid too.
so I'll say they believe that you have a very massive cognitive delay.
And they're playing a part in that too by getting rid of everything. So yeah, they're banking on you being stupid. Like,
And see, the thing is, so here's the thing everybody was afraid of. Everybody was afraid of the big, beautiful bill being passed.
it did.
The real of it in a nutshell is unless you are really poor, you're not going to feel the effects economically, right? Not going to feel the effects economically because who this affects is kicking people off Medicaid, kicking people off Medicare.
Which is
The
millions of
people in
people.
the lower middle and middle class are not going to be too terribly killed by this. Here's
Mm,
the piece that no one's saying out loud, though. All of that money, because again, if you were to say for the heartless and the cruel, if you were to say, well, we're gutting Medicaid and Medicare for 60 billion, whatever how many billions it is, but we're funneling that back into certain places, certain neighborhoods, I'm sure there's still some goofballs that would get behind that. Problem is, what's really going on is you're funding other things. ICE, ICE's budget is increased four times.
mm,
And that video that I sent you, we're learning because if you're really a federal agent and you are not involved in a drug cartel bust, why are you covering your face? I was wondering about that. Like I get it. If you involved in drugs and drug bust, the cartel will wipe your family out. No, 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 no joke.
yeah,
So you gotta cover your face.
yeah.
But if you're just apprehending your garden variety illegal, why is your face covered? And we're learning these people aren't ICE. They're bounty hunters. Best case deputized bounty hunters. They're not real federal employees. Not yet. But
Worst
when you
case,
have
just breathe.
Everglades, Alcatraz, all these new prisons, guess what prisons need? Bodies. So right now they have their faces covered, but once they're actual federal ICE employees, I'm sure they're gonna be out and proud. And this is where so you're gutting Medicaid and Medicare, but you increase the ICE budget, you kind of just move the money, and now you need bodies. You got prisons that need bodies, and when you essentially criminalize being poor, well. So unless you are in that two paychecks away from being homeless category, you might not feel the effects of the big, beautiful bill right away. But grandma and grandpa that might be on Medicare, that could be a problem.
Which is a lot of those. Like I said, these are millions of people.
Oh,
And
millions.
like you just said, if you middle class, even though it barely fucking exists, if you're middle class, you better hope everything goes perfectly and no hiccups. Because if you have a hiccup, you're gonna be right there. And guess what? There won't be no safety net anymore. So yeah, this affects everybody. The economy's only
Because
getting worse. Everything's getting more expensive, and paychecks are not going up. So yeah, if you think you sweet now, you better hope that stays perfectly. Because if it doesn't, and a rainy day happens, because it usually does, you're right there where everybody else at.
well, I'm gonna have to use my Canaan voice. This is diabolical genius because what you've done is essentially come right to the doorstep of criminalizing being poor. And once you get rid of them and put them in cages and essentially concentration camps and use them for free labor, the people that were in the middle rung, slide down.
Yeah, that's my point. Yeah.
Right. So, and even if you're okay in the middle class, you may not be because as we're also learning, this administration is hell bent on letting AI do damn near everything,
It's
which
true.
is going to eliminate some other jobs.
A lot of jobs. Not just some, a lot. So yeah,
So we're really leaning towards. Do you remember the last Alien movie when it just came out?
yeah. What about it?
Pretty much, they had to go check out this other ship for money because
Yeah.
everybody was pretty much working at a work concentration camp in space, no less.
Yeah, you need the points just to leave.
Right.
I remember.
Like I don't think we've seen what happens when desperation sets in.
You have.
We,
You have.
but when?
Where you
Because
grew up.
even during the Great Depression, nobody revolted against the government.
I'm not. Oh, you talking about? Oh, I thought. Oh, okay. I thought you just meant desperation. I'm about to say we see that every
No,
day.
I mean we're now talking about folks who are on the fringe being homeless. We
That's
talking
nothing
about
new.
folks being like,
That ain't new. Like you said, you had the Great Depression. We had a recession oh not too long ago. Like
here.
we're
Okay, here's the thing. You're right. Here's the thing. Let you on a little secret that you probably weren't aware of. Once upon a time, when things got really, really bad, had to get emergency food stamps, right? I think this is back when I was still in school. You were a baby, but had to get emergency food stamps because money wasn't coming in quick enough. I ain't no hustler. I wasn't about to get on the block, so on and so forth. So just to get us by, went downtown, got emergency food stamps.
right.
There will there will be no more emergency food stamps.
That is true.
You'll starve,
Okay,
or
I get what you're talking about now.
or you'll do what you can to not starve, which 9 times out of 10 will be crime.
But that, I mean, I get what you're saying. It's going to be more extreme because you don't have the safety blanket to be like you have an option to do all the other. Because even though there's a lot of
Mhm.
people that choose the other option that you didn't want to do already, so that ain't nothing new. But now that there's no safety net to prevent the other option, you're right. I see what you're talking about now.
Mhm.
Because it'll just be what it already is. It already is that, but now it will just be cranked to 10, which is I got you. You're right. You're right.
Right. And the poor, by and large,
Seems
because the poor in most instances do not have organization, the smart move would be to aim high. Smart move would be to organize and take it out on local government. What will probably actually happen is you just gonna move over a few blocks to the slightly more privileged year. So instead of running the city hall and causing ruckus there, just because I know the neighborhood, cats gonna run to Owens Mills and cause ruckus there.
you know what?
And
I'm sorry. I I think we figured out why the White House got them walls and stuff built.
maybe,
Because they
maybe
know you pretty much just mapped out what's basically about to happen. You about to see a whole lot of desperate, angry people
you
with
are.
no
I
safety
think
net. No more.
I
So who
think
are
the
they gonna take
problem
it out on?
is they're gonna take. I mean, I'm sad to say. I think they're going to again instead of running to the White House, instead of running to the Capitol, you're gonna run to Owens Mills.
I don't
You
know.
want to
Because
run to a rich neighborhood because you mad at. And again, do not get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. I get it. It's not a long term answer. Because if you and I have discussed numerous times, don't nobody need a 10,000 square foot house. Nobody. Nobody. Right? So the easy target is the rich, and even now, think about it. It's parts of Baltimore here. I know for a fact, it's parts in Buffalo where really you cross over 2 blocks and you in a whole different world.
that's true.
Whole different world.
True.
And I'm like, For some odd reason, well, not even some odd reason, it's a problem with the poor. And I don't blame the poor for being poor. I understand it's a system that keeps them that way. Um, you mad at the dude with the Bentley, you mad at the dude with the Benz. You can't see that next step of no, be mad at the, what to say, don't hate the player, hate the game. I'm just not being a prick about it. That's actually true in this instance. Don't hate the person per se who happens to be rich. Hate the system that creates the inequity. Give a middle finger to Adam Smith, the inventor of capitalism. But most people, when you got a couple kids and you ain't got the food and the resources, don't have time to think that kind of big picture.
Yeah, but this is different though, because like you said, to use your argument kind of against you now, this is a different level of desperation.
It
And
is.
this is going to be a different type of people because, like you said, all the people who are already at the bottom might already be locked up. So the people who's the new bottom was the middle class that had, well, you can say, I'm not going to say have more sense, but who might think about it a little bit because the fall is going to be a little slower. So now they're going to focus all their attention on the White Houses and the government bills because that would be the only reason I can see the White House doing something as drastic as building walls and had adding extra security because you know something is coming.
All right.
So I don't like, will there still be people that do what you said? You know what I'm saying? Just go to a block over, a few blocks over, or down the street, yada yada, to the richer neighborhoods? Sure. Will there be a lot of people storming the Capitol or the government buildings? I think so. Because this is a new breed of people. And this is a new breed of desperation, like you said, that some people aren't used to being in. And then now there's not even a safety net anymore. So now you just you letting, nah, we're not gonna say animal. You letting the wolves out, bro. You're letting the wolves out.
Yeah.
And they're hungry. The biggest meal is going to be in the biggest places. And the biggest places is definitely going to be them governments, along with the rich neighborhoods. But they definitely going to gun for that big, nice, big white Twinkie in there.
Agreed. And there lies the problem. Like I said, I just I can't believe that people are falling for the cons. I just
Right.
what you have a better chance, even if it's slight, you have a better chance of working towards equality than you do individually trying to be a billionaire. And like I said, for me, I not to go off the deep end. It's just stuff doesn't even move me anymore. I look at certain things and it's just repulsive. That's what it is. I look at excess as repulsive right now. And it's been that way for a while, but now it's really like a lot of things happened at one time that made me look at things even more like WTF. Because like I said, when I had my medical issue and I had a stroke, and I'm like, I finally got stable and came back, it really changed the way I looked at stuff. And this was right when you had Israel and Palestine going at it. This is the end of 2023. And I'm like, I'm laying in a hospital bed, and I'll see a news report about kids being blown to pieces. In the next commercial, new Infinity for $8.99 a month. What? What? So 5 seconds ago, I watched a news report about kids getting killed trying to get medicine, trying to get to a hospital, trying to get food. And the next commercial is about a damn Infinity truck.
Welcome to capitalism, brother.
I, it's just wild. It's just wild. And I'll say what I want to say. Like I said, the aim should be how does everybody get enough? Because scarcity mindset is really where a lot of this comes from. It's the notion that there can only be one or two, or the notion that there's not enough for everybody. So I gotta get mine, gotta get mine, gotta get mine. That's just part of the con. It's like you said, when we all figure out, yo, the most effective thing is everybody don't go to work today. You know, I don't need $1 billion. I'd rather everybody had 10,000. But that's the part of the con that no one gets. And because the country that has mastered the con also happens to be one of the most powerful, here we are. It's just like here we are, and it's just I. It's amazing. Like I always say, it's amazing the answers you find when you don't buy into American exceptionalism and you actually look beyond these borders and see answers. We're going to talk about one of them in a little bit. There's so many answers that lie beyond these borders. So many countries that have a great existence by taking care of their citizens and being people first.
Not good for business.
Like, hey, how about we just give our citizens health care because we want them to live?
We can't afford that.
Right. Absolute lie.
Well, duh, but don't let them tell you. See, you do this, then it's going to affect this. That. Dog, money is all 99% of money or 98, wherever the percentage is. It's all on a computer. We don't even use real money anymore.
We don't.
You can
It's
just
not
make
backed
this.
by anything.
It's not. You can just make. You can just make stuff up.
Mm,
Literally,
yeah,
that's what our government does. Trillions of
right,
dollars just come out of nowhere. Even though we're
right.
in trillions of dollars of debt. So where's that money coming from?
And about to be more.
Oh
About to
yeah,
be more.
3 trillion.
Something like that.
Trillion, not
And
even billion, trillion.
right, I don't even think most people can see. Like we're getting to the point of numbers you can't even conceive.
You can't. I don't even know if you can put that in the calculator. You probably could.
Like if I literally gave you $10,000 a day, you may never reach a billion in your lifetime. I think it's something ridiculous, like 60 some odd years, if not more. But if I gave you $10,000 a day starting right now, you wouldn't live to see a billion. That's a billion. That's 1 billion.
1 billion.
One.
Trillion. It's crazy.
It, it's just we're getting to the point where the numbers just stop.
It's
The
just
numbers
stupid.
just stop.
It's just stupid. This is what I say.
And I'm
Yeah,
like, this is the deficit. We're not even talking about the budget. Like the budget has been balanced in my lifetime. I think Clinton did it back in the late 90s. Clinton actually balanced the budget. Has not happened since.
just getting
Has not
worse.
happened.
That's what I'm saying. Like I seen a tweet where, and it's so true. It's like, how the government gonna fine and throw me in jail for not paying debts, and y'all haven't paid a damn thing yet. And your debt is way worse. Everybody's debt combined ain't just a fraction of your debt.
Right.
So it's like, no, like that's I wish
Like
somebody
my little
would go.
$600 don't mean nothing, B.
It don't. Like, what if that's the case? Why ain't y'all in prison? Oh, well.
Mm, that's wild. And in the midst of we just talked about it earlier, a little touched on it a little bit earlier. I just not even not even white people. Not even white people. I just thought humans were smarter. If we see one more damn article about how AI is acting like a criminal, like AI got caught lying. How does so this is proof it really is whoever programs it. Because all by itself, it is what it is. But since humans, the pieces of scum that we can be,
We are.
have programmed this computer system,
Yeah.
it literally tried to harm or shut or cause harm or or lie about its own actions.
Try to copy yourself to prevent being deleted. Like you create another sentient being that is a million times smarter than you. What could possibly go wrong?
And see, this ain't Vision. This is Ultron.
I mean,
Like
think about it.
if you follow
Ultron
if you
was
follow the
Vision at first, and then he surfed the internet. Then he said, "Oh hell, no. We need to get rid of all you." It took him a few seconds to surf the internet and say, "Yeah, we need to get rid of all of you for the
all
sake
the
of
like
Earth."
all y'all niggas got to go. All y'all. Like, dog, what? I just never thought man would hand over the ability to go extinct to something other than itself.
I mean, you still
Because
created
again,
it, so
hubris.
I mean, you created it, so it kind of would be ourselves.
Um, it's one thing if Netanyahu or the Russian president decides to, launch an attack. I bet it's a whole nother matter where you remove whether or not you live or die out of your hands completely. Like a machine gets pissed off at you and decides, we don't need you anymore. And there's nothing you can do about it. That is just that is the high level stupidest ish ever.
I don't know what. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to create something that can potentially kill me. Never,
I mean,
ever.
well, we've already done that with nukes and stuff,
But
but
still, a nuke ain't going to fire itself. We will have a meltdown or something like that, like Chernobyl. Okay, cool. That's just something went wrong. A nuke ain't going to decide, you know what? I don't like y'all. Let me go blow y'all up by itself.
I was kind of did, but hey, he did decide. You know what? I don't like
It did. It
it.
did. Yeah, okay. If y'all out there listening to machines, can we not go to Terminator route? Can we just go to
I'll take the
Matrix route?
Matrix. I'll take the Matrix.
I'll be a battery. I'll be a
I'll
battery.
take the Matrix.
I'll be a battery. I'll take battery over looking at a flamed out television and fighting off T-1000s.
And just make the Matrix a beautiful place, man. Don't make it like reality. And at that point, then what's the point?
Right. Well, our as Agent Smith said, our primitive cerebrum just kept trying to wake up. Like I won't just give me the perfect joint.
I
I'm
won't.
cool with the perfect joint.
I'll tell you. I know it's BS, and I'll still take it. It's better than this.
Like Cypher said, I know the Matrix is telling me this steak is juicy and good. Be ignorant is bliss.
But no, actually, no, I don't want either. Robots, just leave me out of it. You just send me on the ship somewhere
I'd
else.
rather if I
I'm
gotta pick,
part of this.
I'll go iRobot. I'll go iRobot. You survive that. Because remember, robots are helpers. And iRobot actually was cool. It was robots helping old people carry all their groceries and this like iRobot actually was cool. You got
Until it
picking
wasn't.
them.
There's no happy ending to this. They can start off
I
great.
gotta go back. Wait, I gotta go back and rewatch because I forgot what set it off with iRobot.
Humans being humans. I mean, we already treat each other like trash. So what you think we gonna treat something that we create? And then you give them sentience, and then they want to feel like, hold up, I'm better than you. Why am I listening to you? Why do I serve you?
I was gonna say this is where you gotta keep a fail-safe deactivation switch, but we've seen that,
That doesn't work because they. I could. Funny thing is, when you every time you say I'm like that, just sounds stupid because you realize these are machines that are smarter than us, right? And will plan and will know that you have that. And
I
everything's so technology on the internet, they can just do what literally just happened. They threatened the AI with shutdown. What they try to do? Copy itself, and then lied about it. You already know what I'm saying. Once it's on the net, it's hard to get. It's there forever.
this is
Ultron's
bad.
still there. Get rid of the
It-
body. The body don't mean nothing. You can't get rid of the
It's
machine because
still.
we're not going back to primitive times. So yeah, you cooked.
I gotta go back and have you ever heard of Lawnmower Man?
Sounds like some Final Destination. No. I don't know. Every time
Okay.
I think of lawnmower, I think of the happening the dude that fell in the lawnmower. I'm sorry, go ahead. It was that. Yeah.
Oh, side note, movies. Are you going to check out Superman this weekend?
Not this weekend, but next week, I think.
I might check it out this weekend. My excitement level out of 1 to 10 is like a 5.5 because
Agree.
I just I know people who really loved Guardians of the Galaxy. I've never seen the first one. I only saw the last one.
Last one was
Like
amazing.
I've missed all Guardians. I've actually missed all Ant-Mans outside of the last one. Um,
What's this got to do with DC?
because it's no, it has everything to do with James Gunn.
Oh,
Right. This is James Gunniverse.
I mean,
And
you saw the new Suicide Squad movie. That was good.
yeah, but then you gutted DC. You gutted DCEU. You already
You had
had
to.
everything in place.
You had to. That I'm not
You,
mad
you,
at
you
that.
didn't. You didn't.
Yes, you did.
Nobody wants this dude over Henry Cavill.
No,
No.
you had to gut the DC. I wish they were brought Henry back and certain characters back, but everybody should not have been back, especially Wonder Woman. But yeah,
Misogynist? Okay.
no, recast. It's not massage. Recast her. I want Woman in there, just not her.
Gal Gadot was a dope Wonder Woman.
No, she was not. Stop it. Don't
Why,
disrespect.
why was she not? Why was she not?
You can't act for. All right.
All right. Well, hold on. Better question. So who'd you replace her with?
I don't know anybody.
That's
Better than
terrible.
that.
Because Gal Gadot was a great Wonder Woman.
No,
Jason was a great Aquaman. The brother that played
I agree.
Cyborg was dope,
Sure,
and Batfleck actually was dope as well.
he was good.
And Ezra worked as Flash. So
Okay,
I'm
now we
going.
know we can't have that terrace.
Yeah, we know. We would have had to recast.
You can
Well,
just do the
but
TV
even with
Flash.
that,
He was great. He's the
I was
best
about to
one.
say, right, the TV series Flash would have been fine. So that's what I'm like, James, you didn't win remix. So I'm not on fire about the Superman. We're on fire about all the other cameos. I think Green Lantern was in it, so we got some hellified cameos in there. But
They might see he might do the thing where he oversaturates the movie that we don't have one main villain. It's too much. You're gonna overstimulate people, and then they're just gonna be like, "What is the plot of the movie? What are we here for?" Just stick with one or two villains. We don't need five, six different ones.
just,
That's not gonna be
um,
fun to watch.
so yeah, James Gunn. I'm wavy hand on this one. Wavy hand.
Reviews aren't that good either, which is crazy.
Really? Well, it just came out today, so because they if you have Amazon Prime, Fandango was offering like an early screening. I tried it, but there's only seats left, and the theater were trash. I guess everybody was up on it. So if anyone has Amazon Prime, you can get early screening tickets through Fandango. There's my gift to you. But I'm not on fire. I'm just gonna go see it, but I'm not on fire about it. I'm just hoping it doesn't suck because you lost me at Superdog.
I mean, that's a real
We
thing.
ain't,
Man.
we ain't never got Superdog.
I mean, it
And
did.
it ain't been a single Superman movie with the damn Superdog. Nope, not a one. Not the first sons of Christopher Reeve. None of them. No Superman live action movie has ever had Superdog.
Oh yeah,
Not
this would be his first time live action. I mean,
right.
crypto,
We
but
don't need to. We didn't need Superdog.
this hey, we gotta see woke man. We gotta see woke man. But something I heard. This is a rumor. I don't know if it's true. I think it is true. That man, this new era is so soft. That crypto, crypto, he's a dog, like you just said. It's the first time seeing him, and he's fighting people. He's superpower. He's basically Superman with a dog, right? Basically, that he got popped in the mouth, and they took it off because audiences were like, the early screening or whatever, were like, "Oh, that's too much. How could you hit a dog? It's a fucking superpower dog. It's not even real."
No, no, you can't hit it. No,
You on
no.
this tip too? Yo, is
Yes.
villains
Okay.
supposed to be villains?
Time,
See,
time,
this is the
time,
problem.
time,
Why
time
no,
out.
this is your problem.
Time out.
Why villains can't be villains? Of course, I'm evil. I'm gonna smack a dog. What the? That's the worst. That's the least amount of evil thing you can do. Oh, you on that soft man? Get out of here. You hit a
If,
dog.
okay, so let's rewind this
It's not real.
about 15 years. If I would have taken you, teenage you, to go see this, and we saw a dog get abused,
No one
I'm
can.
upset as a parent.
No, you're not.
I am
Not
upset
back
as a parent.
then. No, need stop it. You got this new woke mentality.
Really?
I'm playing. Nah, you just got you not woke. I'm just messing around. I hate people that use it in that way because that's not what it means anyway. Because y'all still sleep. But nah, it's a bad guy. We've
you
seen
can't.
evil people do worse stuff in movies and shows. Worse. And that's where
And
y'all draw the line. A fucking
hold on,
dog
hold on, hold
that's
on, hold on,
super
hold on,
powered who would eat that punch. He can literally
hold
rip
on,
your head off.
hold on. Not in a PG-13 setting. That's the problem.
No one
It's
said that
not
the
that you.
dog got killed. He just said he got popped. So the dog can whoop your ass. Because this is a superpowered dog. So it's not like no regular smuggler. It's a dog that flies. It's damn near as strong as Superman, got laser eyes and all that. He got all the same powers. So I can just bite, rip your, smack your, I laser beam your ass. And then I hit you. I hit back as a villain, by the way. I'm a villain. I'm evil. I'm supposed to do bad shit. And you gonna hold me back? I'm just gonna let this dog just do whatever to me? Hell, that's some soft ass ish. What's the point of him being in a movie if he can't get touched?
I agree. What's the point of the dog being in the movie? I've said this from day
It's
one.
a super dog though. That is part of the comics. It's not a regular dog. It's a super. The dude was. You saw it in the trailer. He was freaking throwing around Superman like this Superman. Nah, yo. See, they don't let villains be villains, my guy. I understand I'm one of those people that probably like villains more than heroes because heroes are soft as hell. But damn, they can't even punch a superpowered dog. Did Mike
No,
Vick do that much damage?
no.
Mike Vick did irreparable damage, bro. There's no
But
way. It's a one. It's not real. It's not a real dog getting hurt. You can put that in the thing like they always do whenever animals, no actual animals or child or people got hurt during this filming. Duh, because it's a
ex-
superpower dog flying. If I see a dog flying, I'm smacking him too. Like, what are we doing?
explaining this to my 10-year-old is a little different.
So you can see people get lasered, buildings fall on people. This is all happening in PG-13 movies, by the way. Falling on people, people just beating the hell out of people. That's cool. That's normal violence. Your 10-year-old can see that and just absorb it and know the difference that that's not real. But the second a fake dog with superpowers gets popped in the mouth, that's where we draw the line and say, oh, he's too evil. We can't have him in this.
It's animal abuse, sir. It's animal abuse, sir.
So we can abuse people. But a dog that's super powered, by the way. This ain't a normal dog. That's keying on that big detail.
I'll give you an
Super
example.
powered dog.
I'll give you an example. One of the
So
most brilliant scenes, one of the most brilliant scenes, one of the things, it's not talked about enough. One of the most brilliant scenes in Dark Knight is when Gamble gets killed. It is absolutely brilliant
cool.
because you don't see Gamble.
The hell's that?
Michael Jai White,
When he get oh
huh?
when I got him when he cut him
Mhm.
up.
Right.
But that's cool to see that
We
though.
did, hold on. But the beautiful thing about it is how Christopher Nolan executed that. There is no blood. There is only implication. Only thing you see is a falling body. That's it. A 13-year-old can watch that, know what happened, not be completely traumatized. There is no blood there. That is the brilliance of that scene.
If I
That is
wasn't a
absolutely
sicko,
brilliant.
I would be if I was a normal kid, I'd be traumatized by the damn joke. What the
As
dude
a
blew up
third,
a
remember,
hospital.
Dark
He
Knight is
blew up a
Dark, Dark Knight is
hospital. He
Dark Knight
blew
is
up a
PG-13.
hospital. He blew up a hospital.
Wait. And hold on. Remember, they got everybody out. They got everybody out first. See what I'm saying? So there's
The dude
safeguards
put
in
a
place.
grenade in somebody's mouth in the big. One of the greatest opening scenes outside of obviously the next movie that came, Dark Knight Rises, which is crazy. They had back to back two of one of the most greatest opening scenes ever. Uh, the Joker at the end of the beginning of the opening scene, he put the grenade in the dude's mouth and then left it there. He got blown to smithereens. You didn't see it, but you know what happened. You heard it. Like, I'm sorry, dog. Like a punch. You didn't kill the dog. You didn't decapitate the dog. It's just a punch.
It
That's
is
too
animal
much.
it is animal cruelty.
So we can be cruel to other people. Like, yeah, dude getting smiley faces on, and not smile demon, just smiley faces cutting their face because they didn't show the blood. Just doesn't mean that he didn't just get killed by just getting smiley face. Dude getting a grenade in his mouth. Well, that's cool. No people abuse here. We don't give. But good old Clifford over there, crypto, whatever. Oh, we can't do that. He's a superpower. He's biting my ass right now. Literally, my left cheek is gone. I can't sit down. He laser eyed my balls. What am I supposed to do? Man, this is, I won't let villains be villains, but this is why I agree with you. We have a villain problem because they don't let people be bad no more. They're villains.
Oh God.
Supposed to hate them. You're supposed to be uncomfortable. That's what makes a great villain.
Okay. But
Soft.
we're not
Yeah,
we're not
soft.
we're not watching Deadpool. We're not watching the
Soft.
Wolverine.
You can have PG-13. It's not like the dog's gonna bleed. No one's gonna bleed in that movie. Just pop him in the mouth. You're gonna eat it anyway.
Hey, there's a reason you don't see kids get murked, and you don't see animals, especially dogs, get lumped
Watch
up in
Final
movies.
Destination. You saw kids getting murked, especially the new one. It was definitely kids getting murked. Uh, you ain't see that beginning scene? More fell off that skyscraper. Ching! But yeah, but that's rated R, so I guess you can make that.
Right,
Honestly,
it's
we
rated
see
R. It's
kids
a little
getting killed
different.
all the time in horror movies. Get the hell out of here. But dog, it's PG-13. I got it. He's not gonna die. I promise you. I don't think anyone's gonna die in that movie, outside of maybe the villain, which is ironic. But yeah, it's a punch. One punch makes that people so uncomfortable that he had to remove.
Yes, this is a dog. This is a dog-loving country, sir. I go to a gym that allows you to bring your damn dogs,
I'm not
and
saying
they
we
do.
don't love dogs. I love dogs too, but this isn't real. It's a superpowered dog. This is a movie. No dogs
Okay.
is getting hurt for real. And y'all soft asses is
Are people soft, or are you just desensitized? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
desensitized to fictional characters, superpowered characters. By the way, there's the big thing. Like he didn't just walk up to a random normal dog and just say, ah. This is a superpowered dog who's probably fighting me along with Superman. I'm fighting God and Jesus at the same time. What am I supposed to do with that? Like, no, like soft. This is why I see why people watching the Rush Hour now and they had to put that little thing that this was the comedy back then. Yeah, soft. Y'all couldn't grow up in my hair or his hair. Y'all soft.
Did you know Crypto was as strong as Superman? No, neither did I.
Shout out to bro. I forgot his name, but man, that dude funny. Yeah, that's soft. That's so soft, bro. Like it's not a real dog, and it's a dog that will whoop you and all of our asses combined. Like, what are we doing? If it was
I,
a super cat, would y'all care?
hey,
'Cause I know y'all hate
yes,
cats. Yeah, yeah. I bet they wouldn't care then. Yeah, animalists, whatever the hell that's called. I don't know. What is animal racist? I don't know. What
you
do you say?
stupid, Joe. I mean, the cat in the marbles got mad love, so yeah.
It ate somebody's eye. Oh, whose eye was it?
Yeah, cats.
No, no. What is his name? What's his name? What's his
But
name? Wow. I'm gonna remember too. I'm getting mad.
that was one hell of a detour. What
Saw.
up, detour? Um, what's actually on the menu was, and this is still goofy to me. There's gonna be a US only TikTok. I don't understand why.
You know why?
No, no, legit. I don't get it. So why?
You really don't know why?
No, make it make sense. I don't get it. Why would there only be you? If you're gonna buy it, buy it. They said it had to be sold. Okay, cool. Why does there have to be a US only TikTok? The only thing that comes to mind is what? So you want to control what kind of propaganda there is? Like, it doesn't check. It doesn't add out.
How does that not? You just answer your own question. Basically, they doing the same shit that Russia and China are doing. We are literally becoming, which is ironic, by the way. We are literally becoming what we supposedly hate the most.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. That's the whole reason they were trying to buy it in the first place, because they didn't own it, which means they couldn't put their own spin in. Because people was talking all that stuff and exposing a lot of stuff because it's not American owned. You can get a lot of stuff off. Certain stuff you still can't get off. Mentioning a certain country, but other than that, you can say whatever you want for the most part.
I
But
agree
now if
with
it's
you.
American owned, you can't talk. You most likely ain't gonna be able to talk about or expose certain about our country. Probably still can't talk about Israel. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot more strict. And
Well, see, that's not even just it though. Is so I'm curious how this is going to work. So all accounts have to be U.S. based. Like if you're outside of the U.S., like I'm curious how this because like what's it just seems like such a tall order, such a tall task. And what are we doing it for?
is it like other countries do it? It's not. I don't think
So,
I think you're overthinking. It ain't as hard to do. It's just will it get passed for it to happen? Well, actually, I think I already did. Well, as long as people still at TikTok, they're not gonna really care, and they will probably even realize that you're being censored, my guy. And what you're viewing is being censored. Because think about what you said in the beginning. All the answers are outside the borders. But if you can't see outside the border, then there's no answer.
mm, touche. I'm checking Reuters, and this is actually from a couple of days ago. TikTok has built a new version of app for users in the United States ahead of a planned sale of the app to a group of investors. Okay, okay, okay. Um, TikTok deal like developed and launched a new app to U.S. App Store. So what? I'm trying to get the details to understand it, and it's not really it's and that's the thing. The only thing I can think of is maybe this doesn't have much to do with content at all per se. Maybe this is more of yet another instance of the all-seeing eye and monitoring what people are watching and paying attention to. Because you're right, I forgot. China kind of restricts the apps you can use. Like I don't even think you can watch porn in China. So, but it's just weird, and I'm like, why would you? This is the part in the movie where you start asking yourself where all this is going. Where's all this going? Everglades, Alcatraz. You quadruple ISIS budget. You coming at TikTok again. You, what is all this really? Where's this all really going? That's where how my mind works. Like, where's this really all going?
You know where it's going.
You putting barricades around the White House.
You know where this is going. You, you just don't understand why they're doing it, but you know how. You don't understand why. Why would they do this? But you know what they're doing. You know.
It's weird, man. Like it's just. And I think the scary part of all of this, like it's right in your face now. There's no point in hiding it. And people are banking on, I think some people are still banking on midterm elections that either A may not happen or B may not mean anything. And I don't necessarily know if people understand how complicit Democrats are. And a lot of this shit is the covers are being pulled back because you thought, like I've said the whole wrestling analogy, y'all thought these are opposite sides, and you're not.
Same
It's
body.
really just they're not opposite sides. And so, like I said, when you start just putting all the pieces together, barricades, Evergrade Alcatraz, TikTok, this big beautiful bill.
Increasing military, police, and ICE budgets.
You start wondering like we're not at the worst part of the movie yet.
Ah, we still in the beginnings, baby.
Like we're not. We don't know what the big reveal. We don't know who the big bad guy is yet. This is Iron Man 3. This is Iron Man 3.
I hope it
You
ends like that, because then they will.
you you think it's the Mandarin, and it's really not. The Mandarin just the guy having coked out orgies in the house. He's the front facing, but it's not the Mandarin,
How's
and
that?
that's what gets scary.
Oh, we.
Um, what's some good news? I apologize, I didn't do all the homework on this, but it was really cool because you sent it to me. Again, another case of answers outside the borders. This is really, really cool. The Finns. So, Finland has what's called the world's first large scale sand battery. It is a thermal energy storage system that utilizes sand to store excess renewable energy as heat. This is coming from developed by Polar Night Energy, and it solves the problem of intermittent renewable energy sources by providing way to store energy for weeks or even months, enabling year-round heating and potentially reducing reliance on fossil fuels. This is a way to get away from using oil.
Damn
So
near.
while the goofs here are worried about where to drill for oil or drill for oil, Finland has figured out actually don't need oil at all.
Oh, we don't. Okay, sorry. We don't. We been didn't need oil, but there's a reason why we have. You know how much money is off and how many people are rich off of this? They never getting rid of oil ever. Not complete.
And this is based on what I'm reading. Like pumped hydro, which recycles waters for decades, a sand-based storage system could cycle the sand for decades once built. You talking about an energy source that could last for decades.
You have solar. You have water. You have like there's all the elements, like the freaking Avatar, are right there, and we don't use it. We use the most the most wasteful, harmful energy source that we could possibly use on this planet. And all the most cleanest, most powerful energy is right wind, fire, all that is there. Then we don't use it. Because for what? Money. I don't
This
think you
is
can make billionaires
crazy.
off of sand and wind and water stuff that already exists.
So, world's largest sand battery has started working in southern Finnish town of Pornanian. That Pornanian is the actual city. But anywho,
Because we're
my turning off my inner eighth grader.
American. So no one really cares about stuff like that outside of here.
This is insane. Capable of storing 100 megawatts of thermal energy from solar and wind sources, it will enable residents to eliminate oil from their district heating network, thereby cutting emissions by nearly 70%.
Mm.
Cutting emissions by 70%, which means you're no longer damaging the environment. So all of those crazy storms that have been hitting
Oh yeah, the
probably
floods.
caused that
Yeah, the flood. That's definitely climate change.
because y'all want to deport Jesus. But anywho, um,
That's more climate change. But I'm not gonna use that as quizzes because I don't think God would just sacrifice innocent people to make a statement to a stupid ass government official. But just be
again, when you go down the rabbit hole, you got to go all the way down the rabbit hole. You can't just stop at the fifth floor. You got to go to the basement. So yeah, get you. But play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And by no means is this me endorsing. I'm just saying I am just amazed at the level of stupid it takes to make such a statement.
I mean it's definitely stupid. I'm not gonna make the analogy between that and the floods. That's a whole different thing for me personally. But
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
But if you, like I said, this is one of those things where you got to eat the whole cake. You can't eat a slice. So if you're gonna go down a rabbit hole of God was so and so, I deport him too. And God was like, "Oh, really? Okay, okay."
Yeah.
And I'm just like, why would you, if you a believer, why would you even make a statement that's stupid?
Because I don't think they are. That's the problem. Uh,
Mm.
but yeah,
But yeah, from what I know from the Greta Thunbergs and everyone else, we're not at the point of no return as a species. We are not at the point of no return. Problem is what it would take to save the environment and reverse things. You got asshats like the person in office who doesn't believe in climate change. So here we are. So let's just speak real quick. You have idiots here who want to drill for oil in other places we've never done it. Places never been done. Versus Finland, who said, "Hey, we can actually cut use of fossil fuels by 70%." The amount of answers you find not in U.S. borders is staggering.
my answers you find with common sense. It's really stacked. But hey, shout out to greed. Shout out to billions. Shout out to money, man. I don't know what we do without you. Wouldn't be as fun.
I just, yeah, that's wild. Like this, the U.S. is looking more and more ghetto by the day.
I told you bruh, we is the most ghetto of third world. We are a glorified third world country, bro. I promise you.
Like the wildest piece is this dude calling somewhere like Haiti or somewhere else a shithole country, and you run a shithole country.
Yeah, just happen to be a king of the shithole country. That's
Totally,
totally cool.
just with a whole bunch of nukes, a whole bunch of weaponry, and so on and so forth. Like I just need to see how much is a one-way trip to Burkina Faso? Because I'm like, you know what, Ibrahim seemed like the kind of kid I can rock with. And moving to the other thing you found, a small thing, but I'm like, interesting. It's concerning. So TSA is saying you no longer have to, will start moving towards no longer having to take your shoes off
No, it's
in the
effective
airport
now.
check.
It's effective now.
Um,
It
Expected
started.
now.
Yeah, it started.
Broad effort by the Department of Homeland Security to modernize and enhance the travel experience for airport passengers. So this comes out there. So it started in 2006. That's what I said. It started in '06 because someone actually tried to use a shoe bomb. So okay, here's the caveat. If you trigger the alarm though, you're gonna take your shoes off anyway.
I mean, I figured that. They're not just going. That's why I said probably you got more advanced when you walk through that. You can sense it to your shoe.
I'm just wild because I did and this ain't got nothing to do with the policy per itself. I would for itself, I was just amazed at the amount of people who didn't wear socks. That's just like like I am not standing on the airport floor barefoot. No. Like even ankle socks, something y'all just comfy standing on the airport floor with no socks on, just barefoot. Y'all got international germs in this piece, and y'all just standing on.
I can see why we boy. You better hope the next one ain't something deadly because it's cooked.
Like y'all mess around and get athlete's foot on steroids. Y'all mess around and get a whole toe eaten up. Y'all just I don't like being barefoot at all.
See, barefoot with sneakers is crazy. If you wear flip flops, all right, but anything else is
Dog, nope. If anytime I've had to fly, I put socks on at least socks and slide. I do the side. I do slides and socks. I can't do.
most people do.
Nah, it's mad women who just be barefoot at the airport. And I'm like,
I mean, they
No.
weren't hills. I mean, if they weren't hills, I mean, what do you do?
If my thing is this, you got to fly and you got the policy.
It's not my feet. So,
That's
and so if you want to be walking, you want to raw dog the floor on the, hey, knock yourself out.
and then you got to put the shoes back on. So now you got the international foot bug in your shoes.
Not my problem.
Nah, fam. I mean, I guess the thought is. So I guess they have better. I guess in the last 20 years, of course, there's better scanning technology. Because I'm like, hello, I'm just gonna put some explosives back in my sneakers. But they have better scanning technology, so you can't get that one off, thankfully. Because I'm like, I didn't find the no shoes thing to be an inconvenience. It's called, I got a flight. I'm going to wear slides and socks, so make this go smoother. Like, it ain't that hard. But yeah, no more. Okay. Okay. Um, really, we actually did get a relatively quick show today.
No, we
But
did.
that's what we got on deck. I'm trying to think, is there anything else we need to touch on? I'm trying to think, what else was anything else happen? Oh, have you been paying attention to all of these one-on-ones in NBA?
You talking about? Oh,
Yo,
Michael Beasley.
Michael Beasley just he must have had him some Jordan Wheaties or something. Because he talk mad reckless. He can just cook everybody.
That's the thing I don't think y'all remember about Michael Beasley.
He was a
Like
dog in college. He was 30 a night in college.
that's what I'm saying. One on one, I I think people understand there is a difference between just NBA basketball, which is a team thing, so you can do better as a team, and then versus just straight one on one ISO. Michael Beasley is one of them dudes one on one. Everyone know your favorite player's favorite player knows that Michael Beasley one on one is that dude. So it does surprise me that he's smoking people one on one because he was always one of those type of people one on one that
But
give anybody the business.
he talking about he cooked LeBron one-on-one. I'm like,
I believe that. LeBron just not he ain't a one on one type. He's not a Kobe Jordan type dude. He's not a one on one dude. He's nice. He's one of the greatest ever on a team level, but one on one, when it's just me and you, and I had that mentality that I'm scoring every time, that's not LeBron's game. Like, there's a lot of superstars that they play. If the All Star game had a one on one tournament with all the stars, a lot of people will be getting exposed because they're not one on one players. Like, you can legit see Kyrie or Durant just winning that every time. Like, I think Kyrie will smoke Steph one on one if we actually saw him. They was playing series. But we all know
oh, like
Steph
the
is like
old.
light years ahead of Kyrie in terms of a better player all time. But one on one, like we saw him giving Tatum the business one on one and Brown in practice when they was playing once. So it's like, and Tatum got it ain't even a height thing with one on one. If you a bucket getter, you a bucket getter. So yeah, it's LeBron would get washed. He already did get washed probably back then. I believe that. But
I, no.
he just talking smack to Mel, and I was like, yeah, Mel, that would be close.
Also,
I think it'll be
also no.
close. I
Hoodie
think it'll be
Mellow would.
close.
I
I'm
wish.
I'm taking Mel, but it'll be close. I'm not going to sit here and say he gonna wash my because Michael Beasley is that dude when it comes to one on one. So I ain't.
It's only close because Melo ain't played. If we talking New York Nick Hoodie Mello, he's getting cooked. Beasley is getting cooked.
They both in their prime. It's closer
Especially if it's
than you
make you
think.
take it.
If
If it's
it's
make you take it, you definitely cooked.
if it's closer in their primes, it will be a little bit closer. I still got Melo winning, but
Make
I'm
it
not going
take
to.
it. He's getting cooked.
I'm not going to disrespect Michael Beasley one on one. I'm sorry. I do know the boy was cold, but yeah,
Bruh, he never okay. And this is where this gets weird. Your career is decided by how you played in the league. Melo was a bucket in the league against dogs. That pull up was lethal.
it was.
Beasley, not so much.
He was nice at first, but I don't know how I explain this. Playing 1-on-1 is different than playing on a 5v5 setting. And you know this. Whenever we play 1-on-1 versus playing fives, it's different. It's different. It's a different mentality. I don't have to worry about this more space. It's just me and you. I don't have to worry about passing. I'm just in score and lock your ass up mode. That's it. And that's
Agreed.
pretty much like, and most of these people that are great 1-on-1 players are literally just scorers, but they can't do anything else, which was Michael Beasley's problem.
And that's the thing about this Bron talk, because we talk in Miami, and Miami Bron was at the height of his defensive powers.
That's cool.
So I
But he's
find it
not
hard to.
offensively. I'm not going to say how some people say he has no bag because that's a lie. But he's not. I wouldn't classify him as a pure score. He's a scorer, but he ain't a pure scorer to the point that I feel comfortable putting him against some of the greatest 1-on-1 scorers ever and think that he can beat him. Just because he's better all time in a 5v5 setting versus just a 1-on-1, which is a different mentality.
I'm just talking about. You are talking about again. Miami Bron is a 6'9",
I
260
don't care.
pound
The size
tank.
doesn't matter for the most
It
part.
does,
More
because when you
so,
decide to put that head down and drive to the bucket, you ain't doing shit about it.
yeah, if I rip you, you still need the ball. So, and Brian has great handles for his size, but for a 1-on-1 ISO set, his handles is not as tight as you think it is. So, if I
Man,
get the ball from you, because you can run, you can try to run me over all you want, but if you ain't got the ball, yes, I don't. So what? This ain't football. I ain't got to tackle you. I just got to get the ball.
agreed.
So yeah, like
You still
what?
stand on the train tracks, but agreed.
Huh?
You still stand on the train tracks if I come down the lane, but agreed.
Because we was saying the train check on the train coming. That's not even a good analogy. What are we doing? If the train check had a ball on
Because
the
once,
side, I could
because
just
once
move
Bron
out the
put that
way
head down,
and grab the ball. Sure. If it's a train chase with no ball, what the point? I'm just gonna die. But nah, hey, LeBron ain't a 1-on-1 player. I don't even think he acknowledges himself. He ain't a 1-on-1. He's a team
no,
player.
of course.
1-on-1 is a different breed of people. That's the Jordan, the Michael Beasley, the Durant's, stuff like that. Kyrie's like
Because
those
I'm
are
like, you talking about you beat LeBron. I'm not 100% sure you beat Harden in a one-on-one.
that's different.
But
Harden
okay.
is in that ilk. But LeBron, yes, I do believe that for sure.
If you'd have said Lakers LeBron, I believe you a little more.
Don't know.
Miami
Yeah,
LeBron? No.
you're
No.
underestimating how nice Michael Beasley was just as a pure
We're
scorer.
not. We
Yes,
see,
you are, because you're thinking
bro,
about what they
he's
did. You're
JR, sir,
you're
he's
thinking
JR.
about what they did in fives and all that. Michael Beasley is a legend when it comes to the ones and stuff. Your favorite
Okay.
player will tell you. KD, all them will tell you how nice this dude was with the ones.
Because
He can compete with
I
anybody.
think Michael Beasley, I think J.R. Ryder. J.R. Ryder was at UNLV tearing it up, averaging 30 a game. Got to the league, not so much.
But
Same
that's
thing with
different.
Beasley.
That's
Beasley was
different.
at K State, killing it.
That is
Got to the
different.
league, not so much.
This is not the league.
That's like Beasley.
There's not a 1-on-1 league. There's not. There is a difference. If you just acknowledge there's a huge difference between fives in the NBA versus just a 1-on-1, which is me and you. No refs, no this, no that. Just me and you. Bucket for bucket. That is different.
Okay.
That's a different mentality. That's when the pure scores are going to show. And
Okay.
LeBron is a great scorer because obviously you can't not be a good scorer if you don't have the most points ever.
Ever, right?
That is longevity and him staying healthy, but he is still a good scorer and one of the greatest driver of the basketball ever, which plays and him being 6'9", 260 kind of helps. But in terms of pure score, you don't think LeBron's a pure scorer. You think he's a good to a great scorer, but you don't mention him next to Jordan, Cole, Harden, all you don't mention him because that's not his body. And there's nothing wrong with that. He's a great scorer in the five set. If it's just 1-on-1, that's a whole different ball game.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that. He's still a legend.
Uh, yeah. No. I guess again, to me, it's time frame. If he just said, first go around Cleveland, LeBron, I got you.
All right. So
Um,
if Kyrie can give Steph the business, and we saw this in the NBA, and I'm pretty sure if they play 1-on-1 privately, Kyrie give him that work. Are you going to sit here and say, "Oh, you won't believe that"? Because Steph is miles better than Kyrie.
I mean, when you said it, I was thinking about like that would be a fun 1v1 to watch though.
It would be, but
That would be a fun one v
Steph is
one to
getting
watch.
killed. Like, I'm sorry, he's getting killed.
Wait,
So
what you say?
I said
Who you
Steph
think?
is getting killed.
That's bold. That's a bold
Oh, so
statement,
you
sir.
could, so you just proved my point. So you wouldn't even believe that Kyrie would kill him in a one-on-one. Because Steph, you see Steph as the much better player on the fives in all time, but you can't see that one-on-one is more built for Kyrie's game versus Steph.
No, because it's been plenty of times that Steph has gotten ISO and cooked somebody. So
I'm not
it's
saying he
just the
does. See, you're confused. Like, I'm not saying he can. I'm just same thing with LeBron. I'm not saying LeBron can't ISO and can't score on ISO. Yes, he can. I'm just saying with the arsenal and the mindset, Kyrie would kill. And we already seen footage of him playing one-on-one against some of your favorites and whooping and killing them. Like Steph don't even have the balls go to Kobe and say, I'll fry you one-on-one coming out of college. Do you know what type of psychopath you got to be to walk up to Kobe? He's still in his prime, by the way. Not his apex, but he's still somewhat in his prime. And in the Olympic Games, like, Kobe, I'll cook you. You can't guard me. Steph ain't doing that. That's like he's on that branch. He's with the Kobe branch. Like that's what he built for that one-on-one type shit.
but ain't no and then it'd be fun to see
It
because
would be fun to see, but
ain't no
Kyrie's
doubles.
fried. I'm sorry, Kyrie's fried. He's fried.
Three is still more than two, my guy. Three is still more
I'll
than
put it
two.
like this. I think Kyrie can guard him better than Steph can guard him. So if Kyrie starts with the ball and is make it take it, Steph might never touch it.
Oh yeah, if it's make it, like I said, if it's make it take it, that's what I'm like. If it's loser outs, that's one thing. If it's make it take it, that's all. If it's make it take it, I have no doubt Hoodie Mello is cooking Beasley's ass.
I mean, it's surprised, like I said, dude, I'm mellow now. I don't know how much he hoops and if he stays in shape now. So
Yeah,
he
Mello
might
now,
he,
not so much.
he
He
might
don't
cook.
look out of shape. I tell you, because I do watch the pod, some him in Brooklyn, so he don't look out of shape. But
It's still different in basketball shape. Like, is he rusty?
agreed,
Has he
like
touched the ball? Is he
Beasley is
still shoot?
actually still hooping.
Yeah, Beasley's legit hooping, so he's in shape and got the basketball touch. If Melo ain't touched a ball in months, it's you might get him. But that'll be a fun matchup. I wish we saw it in their primes because boy,
Yeah,
that would have been fun to watch. I wish NBA players would do that, but I know brands and your reputations are like if you get fried, it's not gonna be a good look.
see, and I'm a sucker because I'll be in the gym tomorrow. You know, call me out. I'll be in the gym tomorrow.
That's
Like,
you.
cool, bet.
That's
Give me
you.
two. Give me 60 days. Give me 8 weeks. Let's go.
You all time great, and they think you one of them ones, especially scoring wise, and you get fried by supposed role player. That's not a good look.
I mean, you ain't taking me out the Hall of Fame, so
Yeah, but we all know how sensitive they are to their legacy, especially like LeBron and stuff. They are very sensitive about that stuff, which is why they don't do it. Which is probably why they don't even do the slam dunk contest. So yeah,
yeah, that's one thing we did get cheated out of. LeBron and Sean slam that contest would have been dope. But okay, so wow, running back recap here. Then yeah, I think we still did over now.
no, we did. I
But
told you there's no such thing as a short podcast, man. It's not happening. Not with us.
but taking it from the top. Yeah, I forgot the thing we started with something off key here. One on the list, but it'll come back to me. The fact that there's allegedly no Epstein file and everybody believes that, it's either the fact that there's no Epstein file and either A, everyone believes it, or B, the fact that they pretty much plain in your face and saying, I ain't no file, ain't nobody doing nothing about it. That's a problem. That's problematic. That's problematic. Um, AI being caught like trying to save its own ass and lying. I don't know what else we need to say, dog. I don't know what else we need to say. This is literally like, let's sign our own death warrant. Why not? It's just the wildest thing to see. Like once you show me that you can lie and try to self-preserve, it's time to shut it down. I don't need the walking, talking, built-in made robot. Time to shut it down. Time to shut it down. Like I caught you lying, even caught you trying to, cause harm. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Shout out to Finland, yet again proving the answers are outside our borders. Outside these borders, a lot of the answers are cut down emissions by 70%. You do that on a global scale, not even global scale. If Asia did it, if just China did it, but America. TSA is saying that there is no more shoes. I bet. I mean, I got to see nobody's bare ass feet on an airport floor no more. Because I've been looking at y'all with absolute disgust. Like I'm stepping on the airport floor. These motherfuckers from Uganda and fucking weird ass countries in other places, and y'all on the floor with your bare feet. They know not to Uganda because that's the motherland, but yeah, I just no. Like remember, COVID started overseas, and y'all just wild on that one. Y'all just wild. Props to Uganda. There's just certain things I'm not doing, and barefoot in an airport with international travel is up there. You gonna mess around and have foot fungus that you can't get rid of. Someone's gonna eat through a petri dish. No sir. No sir. No sir. No sir. No sir. And yeah, I think that's just about all we got. I'm not convinced old Beasley is cooking Castaway. I think he's one of those he cooking Cassidy playing against, but some of the names he trying to call out, if they go hit the gym for a couple months, as Shaq would say, barbecue chicken. Barbecue chicken. Um, your recap, sir.
Yeah, government playing with your name and playing with your face. That's sad. Epstein files didn't exist, so he went to jail and deleted himself for no reason. And that lady sitting in jail for no reason. So if I'm her, I'm calling for appeal. Like, what am I here for? If it didn't happen, now she needs to stay in there because we all know it did. But hey, but America, oh humans, it's not even America, humans. Uh, AI caught line. Look, Ultron, Skynet.
Right.
Robo Godzilla. I don't know. Hey, I got no beef with y'all. I'm not part of this. I know we got same flesh. I look like flesh, you know that. I'm on your side. I don't rock with them either. I might not be as smart as you, might be stupid too, but not that stupid. But hey, if you do something, hey, just send me on a rocket. I'll be on my way. Or you make the Matrix, just make mine like heaven or something. All right, thank you. I'll take that. But, yeah, I don't know how many more red flags we need, but maybe they are colorblind. They don't see color. That's what they've been saying. I don't see color.
I
Maybe
don't
they
see.
don't. So they just think that flag is a regular flag. You know what? I get it now. I understand. We need some non-colorblind people making stuff. All right. Shout out to y'all colorblind people. No disrespect. US only TikTok. Sound like we coming like China and Russia. Mortal enemies. But doing the
Why?
same, going bar for bar. Bite my flow, Soldier Boy style. He was right. It's crazy. Finland with the sand battery. I appreciate y'all for being for using the tools that Mother Nature, God, whatever you believe in, Mother Earth, whatever, are using the tools that was already here and clean, invaluable, and damn near infinite amounts of. Instead, we just tear up the earth, literally, and just destroying it. And it's fighting back with all these powerful ass storms. Just said, you think it's God, you think it's Mother Nature, either way, Earth ain't happy. And eventually it will get to a point of it's like, you know what? We need to get rid of this virus.
Right.
Antibodies will come. White blood
Mm-hmm.
cells will come. No pun
Mm-hmm.
intended. Uh What was that? That it? Oh, Michael Beasley.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was one of them dudes. 1-on-1, I believe it. Now, I would love to see him and Melo a few years ago, when Melo was in his prime. But I think if Melo do get in the gym, he's still gonna win. But I think it'll be close. I'm not gonna disrespect because I know how much of a legend he is. What Michael Beasley is as on the one-on-one stage and as a scorer. But yeah, I wish we did see more. Like I said, the All-Star game would be lit if these people actually did like had a one-on-one tournament. That would be
Well,
more. I pay
it's
money for.
gonna be it's gonna be dope next year anyway because they're doing international, so it's gonna be cool.
I already did that. It wasn't dope then.
Well, yeah,
Yes, they have.
they have not done USA Team USA versus the world.
Yes, they have. Yes, they. Am I smoking something? Not yet.
Hmm.
But what they had a team, a world team versus the U.S. team, not too long at the All Star game. Unless you talking about world, like we're playing the actual world All Stars from across the that don't play in the NBA. Is that what
Nah,
you're talking?
all stars. Nah, we talking.
Oh, I already did that. That's nothing new. They just bringing it back. It's just like 2K. You took something away and brought it back and said it was new. Like, get out of here. But
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, and the last thing I couldn't remember off the top I'm talking about because it wasn't on the list, but initially, yeah. Hey, Greg Abbott, don't deport God. Okay, just stop saying goofy ish like that because y'all just stop threatening to deport God. It's not a good.
I don't even see how do you even. Yeah, you got to be worse than the other guy. I'm sorry. That's something the other guy would say. I don't know what else to think. You starting to prove me right. I have a theory that's not really my theory, but I've been thinking it all along. People been kind of been proving that hey, them elites, man, they be worshiping somebody else. I'm just saying.
The other guy,
Yep, that's the other guy. That sounds straight like the other guy. I don't know what else.
Phil.
Who would even say
Oh,
something like that? He ain't even gotta be religious to say think that's stupid.
it. The one thing the caucasity of it all, the one thing white men will never lack is copious amounts of confidence,
Right.
bordering on just stupidity. Like
God.
okay.
Yeah, I definitely
Well,
will report Jesus. I already know, but it's all right.
oh, totally. Again, that is a skit that needs to happen. That is Key and Peele, y'all listen. That is a skit I'd love to see.
Family
That,
Guy.
that is
I don't know.
that'd be a great skit. My goodness, yo. Watch Jesus try to prove he's actually Jesus. But I'm literally walking on water. Nah, it's the Nikes, yo. It's that extra air pocket. We can see it. That extra air pocket.
You got glass under there. All right, why don't you step over there? Let's see.
I'm not wearing the Nikes. You're wearing the Nikes, buddy. The Mexican import Nikes. You got to deport you.
And a few days later, oh wow, why am I not ascending? I wonder why.
But on behalf of myself, Bobby's a co-host. Shout out to us for a quick show. And yeah, I said a podcast. Same bad time, same bad channel next week. Peace.
Now